It is December the 21st, 1 year exactly after I saw Come From Away the first time, which is also 1 year since this whole hobby passion thing took off. So, you know, this trip is kind of like a nice anniversary trip. Also, fun fact, I'm stood in the exact same place where I opened the Come From Away video, so, you know, everything's coming full circle. It's lovely. So it's Jersey Boys Day today. I managed to squeeze in one more trip before the show closes, which is crazy. I can't believe such an amazing show is closing. I don't know how long it's been in the West End, but I think it's been there a while, and Connor reckons it's going to tour at some point, maybe next year or the year after, so I'll definitely catch that if it does. But I'm treating myself to some stall seats today, so I'm really excited for this afternoon's performance. And I'm hoping everything goes alright with the trains, because it's so close to Christmas that it's just anything can happen, so fingers crossed. So as I've said, it's Jersey Boys today and I'm so excited about it. You know, I've had some breakfast, fueled myself for the day. In this video, there are a couple of surprises. I've got two, and you're just going to have to stay tuned for them. I'm usually someone who, you know, spoils surprises, but when I'm recording myself, it's so much easier to keep them, so stay tuned, because it's...
Good morning to those passengers who just joined us at Dorchester. This is the guy speaking. Welcome aboard the 9:13 South Western Railway.
As I said, it's going to be an exciting day.
Now, I had a mission when I arrived in London, ladies and gentlemen. I was on my way to Borough Market. Not the first time I've been there, and I was really excited because obviously they've got all their Christmas stuff up at this point, but I was there for a different reason. Not for the Christmas stuff, no. I was there for Humble Crumble, because influencers like it, I like crumble, and if it's any good, I want to be the judge of that as well. I want my opinion to be heard. So I went there. Queue was really long, but I was really excited. So here's my review.
This is a really bad angle and it's clearly very noisy, so I'm going to speak up a little bit. I got apple cinnamon, fruit at the bottom, classic crumble, custard. To be honest, I think it's worth the hype and the price. The fruit bit isn't too sour, which usually I don't like in crumble. I got the ratio 50-50 because I do prefer crumble, but I want to be the person that likes the fruit as well, you know? So it's really good, it's really comforting and warming. But yeah, we'll probably see you at Jersey Boys next, which is going to be really exciting. Honestly, I think my only complaint is that the apple cinnamon didn't really taste like cinnamon, it was a little bit bland. Now, would I go again? If I was bringing a friend, yes. On my own, maybe not. But it was very comforting because it is very cold and it has started to rain. So I think I'm going to head to Trafalgar Square where the Trafalgar Theatre is, and I'll see you at Jersey Boys.
So then it was time to see Jersey Boys for one final time before it leaves London on January 4th. Now, I was a little bit early to the theatre. I was pretty much like almost the first one there, so, you know, because there weren't any people in the way, I got so many good shots of the theatre. Damn the scaffolding though, because this theatre is gorgeous. It just looks so classic and like New Yorky. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a really nice theatre.
Guys, I actually have a programme this time around. Connor doesn't need to send me one. That's exciting. I'm so happy that they had one because I want a signed one if I can. I think we've got the full main cast on this afternoon. I almost said this evening, this afternoon. So that's really exciting. Look how magnificent the stalls are. I mean, this theatre's just amazing. It has very much Wicked vibes with like the green seats and that. Love it. Look how close the stage is, and that's row B where I am. So I'm like very central to the stage, like bang on in the centre, which is just incredible. These seats are so close, even being like row B. The stalls are raised enough. I mean, row B isn't that bad. I sat row B at Mormon on the 30th. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I got a programme as well, because now I have something to remember it. Also, Danielle's programme that she sent me for Moulin Rouge arrived safely, which is good, because now I have that as well, and it is signed, so thank you, Danielle. I got a cider. Where am I going with this? Pineapple and raspberry, there we go. I didn't feel like a cocktail because I don't have that much money, so cider's gonna have to do it. It feels right for this show, weirdly. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you my proper view now. Oh, also, I know we've got a different cast to the last time I was here. I still don't really know who's like the main actors and the understudies, so I'll do that properly when I get home, but I'm pretty sure we have the main guy for Gaudio. I know we have an understudy for Frankie Valli. I guess it's because it's his birthday. Yes, it is his birthday today, so I guess he's out celebrating. Luke Suri, I mean. So yeah, I'm excited to see it with different people, because that's always nice. So yeah, as I said, I'm about to show you my seat view.
So this was the view from my seat. I was in B8 and it was very, very central and very, very close. I've said those two things already, but oh my god, I was buzzing, because last time I had an obstructed view, so like, this is gonna be the one, I know it.
Now this is the point where I'd usually go home, you know, relax on the train. No. I'm going to Book of Mormon, baby. See you there. Merry fucking Christmas to me. Yeah, so Book of Mormon was one of my 2 surprises for this video. It's not really a surprise if you know me, but I'm here, I'm queer. And I'm gonna enjoy my favourite musical. I'm in A20 and I'm about to show you my view.
So this seat is literally one seat over from where I sat on my birthday, so it's not that important to show you, but I love sitting front row here because it's so, so gorgeous. And you never have to hurt your neck looking up.
Oh, and we've got a full cast. Love it.
So after Mormon ended, I was very, very tired. It had been a long day. 2 show days are nothing to joke about, genuinely. I didn't have the St. Athens Hotel for the night, it was fully booked, so I booked the Travelodge in London, Southwark. Fun fact, that was the same Travelodge that me and my mum stayed at. Literally my first video where I saw Hamilton and the Book of Mormon, so that's a really fun fact. But yeah, no, I was absolutely exhausted, but here's a cute little elevator video. I was being so aesthetic, and then the doors didn't fucking open. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bed.
Good morning, folks. I have just gotten back from hotel breakfast, and it was lovely, and now I'm just gonna sit down and, you know, have a brief chat about yesterday. You know, I saw Jersey Boys and Mormon, which was, again, one of the 2 surprises, and both were amazing. I love those shows so much. It's so sad that Jersey Boys is closing, but I bet that it's going to go on tour at some point in the near future. So I'm not too upset about it, but I'm a little bit upset that I can't see that cast again because they're so good. So I actually saw Luke at Stage Door. He was going in to do the evening show. Apparently he just doesn't do matinees, so instead of Luke we had Joey Cornish on as Frankie Valli, and for the rest of it we had a full main cast of the 4 Lovers or the 4 Seasons or the Romans or whatever. So we had Peter Nash as Tommy DeVito, we had Carl James Wilson as Nick Massey, which was the first time I've seen him as Nick Massey, and we had Declan Egan as Bob Gaudio, which again, first time I've seen him as Bob Gaudio, so that's nice. Speaking of Gaudio though, the last person I saw play Gaudio was Joseph Peters. He is in the show anyway as Bob Crew and others, and also last night he managed to squeeze in one final Gaudio performance, so I'm really proud of him, because I think he posted his last dates a while ago, and yesterday wasn't one of them, so he got one more hurrah for that role, so that's really exciting. And last time I saw Andy Bark play Nick Massey, and this time he was still in the show, but he was playing Mr. DiCarlo and others. He also played Nick DeVito, which is Tommy's brother, which I noticed, which was actually quite funny, because he plays both Nicks, I guess. So yeah, when I get home I am going to do a more in-depth performance analysis, because again, I saw different people in different roles, and it would be really nice to compare them and contrast them and praise them, because they're all really, really good. So yeah, I did get a programme this time, and it is signed. That was Joseph Peters, who played Bob Crew at that performance. Ooh. That was Carl who played Nick Massey, and that was Luke, who, again, I saw going in to get ready for the evening show. I said happy birthday to him, because it was his birthday yesterday. And then I also got our Gordy of the Night, Declan Egan, at the bottom here. So yeah, this is really special. I'm so happy they had another shipment of programmes. So yeah, yesterday was really, really fun. And one when I didn't see that many people, because there's been so many issues with trains recently that a lot of them had to, like, get going. But I saw Connor, I saw Tad, I saw Blair, obviously Todd Blair that I'd seen Jersey Boys. He looks, and he agrees with me on this, he looks so similar to Declan. It's like, when I was watching Mormon, I was like, I saw that guy earlier in Jersey Boys, like, what the hell? Anyway, yes, so yesterday was a really fun day, and I think that closes out my shows for 2023. I have 2 definite ones for next year, maybe 3. Obviously, I've booked the Come From Away tour, which I'm so happy that Oliver Jacobson is in it as Oz, like, that's made me 10 times more excited. I've booked Frozen in the Theatre Royal Drury Lane. It's my brother's Christmas present because he went on a school trip and he really loved it. And, you know, I've always wanted to see it, and he said that, you know, if he had enough money, he'd get me it as a Christmas present. You see where I'm going with this? So yeah, I'm going to Frozen next year as well. And also I'm going to the Wicked tour to see Jed Berry as Boq, which again is just so amazing. I don't think, like, I've already said that Wicked isn't, like, my favourite musical of all time. Not that it's bad, it's just not, it's not my go-to. I don't think I would have been that inclined to go to the tour if I really didn't want to see Jed Berry as my favourite character, because he's an amazing guy. And I can't wait, and I'm probably gonna, I'm gonna try and do a double show day at Wicked, okay? That's what I'm gonna say. So as for today then, I have my second surprise. I am going for another theatre-y afternoon tea today at 12:30 at the Claremont Hotel in London, Victoria. They have a Wicked-themed afternoon tea, and I want in. They do have regular afternoon teas, but they have like a special Wicked one because it's in Victoria and so is Wicked, so it's like they advertise it as like a pre-show thing, but like I just really want to go because A, I love afternoon tea, and B, it's theatre themed. So that's what I'm doing this afternoon, and then I am going straight home because I am exhausted. So yeah, I'm gonna chill in the room for a bit. My reservation isn't until 12:30, so I'm probably not gonna leave until about 11:30 at the latest. So I'm just gonna chill here for a bit, and then you will see me on my commute to London, Victoria.
So it was time to check out. Bit of a noisy night. It's like right next to a railway station, but with the price, I can't really complain, plus I'm a really, really deep sleeper. But anyway, I was on my way to go to Victoria for afternoon tea. The Wicked one, which, I mean, in hindsight now, I didn't actually get the Wicked one, but you'll see why. I am planning to go back for my trip in February to actually get the Wicked one. But, you know, it was still nice, as again, you will see coming up. But, you know, I had some time when I got to Victoria, so, you know, I did some touristy shit. By that, I mean I walked 10 minutes to Buckingham Palace, stared at it for 2 seconds, and then left. Okay, so I'm gonna be cutting in for a sec, between this video and all of my clips from the Claremont, because I didn't film enough to actually put a proper voiceover over the top, but it's after Christmas, I had a great time, and I have a mini microphone. Anyway, to the afternoon tea. So as you can see, I did end up going for their festive special afternoon tea. Now, I did say, you know, I was going to go for the Wicked one, because, like, theatre and all of that, but it's a limited time one, so, you know, gotta get my money's worth while it's there, and also I love pigs and blankets. So yes, it came with 2 pigs and blankets, a chicken pate with onion chutney on, like, a little crouton cracker thing. Now, in this shot, I had already eaten the salmon sandwich, but the other 2 sandwiches were a cucumber and cream cheese? Yeah, cream cheese, what else would it be? And a turkey cranberry one, which was one of the Christmas specials as well. Usually it's a ham one, I think that's actually a pretty decent substitute. Next up with the scones, as I said, always go cream first, love it. They give you 2 scones. They're a little bit smaller than the ones at the Theatre Royal, but I do appreciate a small scone. They gave you 1 fruit one and 1 plain one, which is good because, you know, you might have a preference. I didn't mind, you know, I do like fruit scones, but not as much as plain scones. So I will say I did leave half the fruit scone because I got a little bit full up. Then moving on to the sweets, we had a lemon macaroon, a chocolate Yule log, again, part of the whole festive theme. There was this, like, cranberry, like, jellied layer dessert thing. I had a little bit of it, but it wasn't my favourite on the plate, so I did end up leaving it. And the last thing was a little mini Victoria sponge. I would have liked a bit more jam in it, though. Now for my tea choice, like at the Theatre Royal Drury Lane, I did have a peppermint tea, and I'm loving peppermint tea. Genuinely, it might be one of my favourite teas. Apart from that green tea that I got from Borough Market, like that is still so good. And I still haven't finished it yet because I don't want the heartbreak of finishing it. But yeah, that was the afternoon tea, and overall I really did enjoy it. And I am actually making another trip to London back in February, so, you know, I might hit up the Wicked one, which obviously will still be there. But yeah, I'm hoping to go back to actually test the Wicked one that time. This seat in the tea rooms was really good as well. Like, you can just watch the world go by. I love people watching, love all the buses going past. Like, it was really, really nice. Obviously not as fancy as the Theatre Royal, but like, I don't think fancy always equals good, as you will see in the next segment.
Okay, so overall it came to £45. It was £40 per person, plus a service charge. Now, the one at the Theatre Royal Victoria Lane came to like 75 or something, and honestly, I kind of preferred the Claremont one. I think that's because it was a bit more traditional, you know, with the finger sandwiches and not triangle scones, I don't know. But, you know, I'd recommend that one. Scones were fluffy, they pulled apart beautifully, cakes were brilliant. I think my only complaint is that, weirdly, the bread for the sandwiches seemed a little bit stale. I don't know, I don't know. The fillings were lovely though, but yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get the Wicked one. The festive one was just a bit too tempting, but I might be back for that one at some point. But, you know, the festive one's a limited menu. Limited time menu, there we go. So I had to have it, I'm sorry. I promised theatre-y things and I didn't deliver, so my apologies, but it was really, really good. I would recommend that one over the Theatre Royal, but if you're looking for something a little bit more untraditional, that one is also good. And I know they have their festive menu on right now as well. To make up for it, I am in front of the Apollo Victoria Theatre now to get into a little bit more of the Wicked mood, but yeah, I'm sorry. It just, the pigs in blankets, man, I'm such a big fan of those on a roast dinner. That's hit me over the edge. I've got about an hour and a half till my train, so you'll probably next see me when I'm on my train unless I do something really exciting with the rest of my day, which probably isn't going to happen, so I'll see you on the train. You know what? I might check out Borough Market again. I didn't really have a proper look yesterday because I was literally only there for the crumble, so let's do some Christmas shopping. Why not? I've got about an hour.
Okay, now I'm actually going to look at the Christmas stuff. Firstly, decor was on point. That Christmas tree was gorgeous. Now, I was mainly looking at like the sweets and snacks and everything, and then I got a genius idea. I'm gonna make a little hamper for my family, just of things I think they'll like. This peanut brittle, by the way, was so good, and there was like this date stand with all these luxury dates on it. Like, this was a genius idea. It was an expensive idea, but it was fucking genius.
So as I might have already said, when I was in Borough Market, I got like such a good idea to do like a little food like Christmas hamper for the family, because I never bring stuff home for them from London, so it would be nice. So I got a couple of things, also to fit everyone's taste so that everyone can have a bit of everything. So, firstly, I want to talk about these dates. These are very special dates, very fancy. They've travelled a long way to get here, and they're stuffed. I've got 3 with a pistachio filling and 3 with a peanut butter filling, and they're 2 different kinds of dates that you can see in there. So these are cool. I kind of want to try them. I don't really like dates that much, but I know my dad will love them, so hopefully, but fingers crossed. I got these chocolate covered hazelnuts, which my brother will go nuts for. I was gonna make it a pun, but it didn't really come out like that. But yeah, chocolate covered hazelnuts. I thought it was quiet. Okay, moving on. I've got buttercream fudge. It looked nice, and everyone in my family loves fudge, so this should go down well. And the thing that started it all and like sprung this idea into my head, I had a sample of this and it was so good that I was like, hey, my dad will like this, and then I just bought everything else and was like, I know, let's make this a box. So it's a almond orange brittle, and it is so nice. I hope my dad will like it, but if he doesn't, then I'm gonna have it because it was really good. And it's by Food and Forest, good quality nuts. They don't just do brittle, they do like nut mixes and all of that. So yeah, I should probably say the other companies. World is the fudge, and the hazelnuts is Maggie's Confectionery. I can't read fancy writing. And the dates are Dates Sultan. Dates for everyone, so yeah, check those stalls out. I don't know if some of them were already there for the Christmas period, but like, this haul is great. I'm nearly home, so I'll see you when I get home a couple days later. Don't sit there, please. It's okay. Brilliant. So Jersey Boys is officially closed in the West End now. So I thought, what better time to talk about it? I'm sorry my room is a mess, but like, you're used to it by now, so like, it's absolutely fine. Now the only performers I really have to talk about are the new performers that I saw. Well, not new, but like, you know, new ones in the roles, which were Nick Massey and Frankie Valli. So let's get into those two. So Luke doesn't actually do matinees anyway. He wasn't just like off for his birthday or anything. He just doesn't do matinees, full stop. So instead, in the role of Frankie Valli, I saw Joey Cornish. Now, one thing I think Joey did a little bit differently to Luke was the fact that he was a little bit more of like an innocent kid that got roped into everything. I feel like with Luke you kind of do see, you know, how much he matures and ages throughout the show, because he does, you know, he marries and becomes a father and gets divorced and becomes a father again, you know, like he's been through life. And I think that Luke really shows his growth and maturity. I don't think Joey does that. I feel like he's very much still the innocent kid throughout the entire thing. He still had cracking vocals though, like, for a role like Frankie Valli, you need cracking vocals, otherwise, you know, that's kind of the point of the character, you know, that's why he gets into this boy group. Boy band? Boy group? I don't know. But yeah, no, his vocals were amazing, and he was so much better at playing the more, like, the younger Frankie Valli, you know, the innocent, youthful part of him. But I think that's why he plays the other Joey normally in the show, because he's so excitable and irritating, but also lovable, and that's kind of just what I got from his version of Frankie. It was nothing really that special, but I did enjoy seeing someone different in the role. So Carl James Wilson was the man who I saw play Nick Massey this time around, and he is also the person that usually plays Nick, which was really special actually. Still a bit sad that I never got like the full cast experience, but who cares? So for his Nick, I mean, he was good. He was a really good Nick. Compared to Andy, I think he was like a lot quieter as Nick, which honestly made his like outburst to Tommy in Act 2, I think it is, or it might be the end of Act 1. Just that so much more impactful, because like he has not said a single word throughout the entire show, and then he just snaps. Like, that was really powerful. Also, I noticed that whenever he does that sort of joke where he's like, I'm gonna start my own group, it's sort of like his version is a bit more out to the audience, like to himself. He's saying this to himself, not the other band members, which also kind of shows his quietness, you know, like he never really talks to them, he just kind of goes along with whatever Tommy says, which again makes the fact that he yells at him so much more impactful. Now, I don't know much about singing, but I think that Nick Massey is like the bass of the group. I don't really know, like, soprano, bass, alto, like whatever, I don't know that stuff, but he's like the bass voice, I'm pretty sure, like the lowest voice. He sounded amazing. Like, I don't know what it is about bass voices, I just love them so much. And he was really good, and, you know, I feel like Andy, he did show the fact that he truly did love his friends and really care about them, and he was just looking out for them at the end of the day. But yeah, he was a really good Nick. And now I'm just really sad I won't really get to see any of them perform in Jersey Boys again. I mean, I'll see Jersey Boys again. Like, it's obviously gonna do a tour at some point, but not with those guys.
So, you know, I'm very happy that I did see it a second time because it was really, really good. And I'm so, so happy that I got different cast members. I can't tell you how excited I am about that. I love watching different people do different roles. It's so fascinating. This is why I do this. This is why I talk to you about it afterwards, so I can get my feelings out. So now that that's wrapped up, I did just want to tell you, you know, it's 2024 now, and I've got a couple of things lined up already. I bought my brother Frozen tickets for April. I've got the Come From Away tour also in April. The Wicked tour's coming to Southampton in May. And in February, I'm spending 3 days in London to watch Book of Mormon, Stranger Things The First Shadow at the Phoenix Theatre, and Mrs. Doubtfire. So I'm really excited because I've got 2 new shows to kick off the year and one that I already love and I'm so familiar with. So I'm really looking forward to that trip. I've got nothing interesting going on in January, so I'll see you in February, and Happy New Year!